Welcome, guests and viewers, to Bolts Across the Doom Room. I'm your Game Master RC. Tonight's stream uses Mutants and Masterminds 4th edition, the latest version of the world's greatest superhero RPG made by our friends at Green Ronin Publishing. In fact, this very preview adventure comes from the 4th edition crowdfunder that is live on Kickstarter. So keep an eye out. There will be a link in the discussion, and please join in crowdfunding it because it's our favorite game and we want to see more people playing it. For the uninitiated, the game's main mechanic is a d20 plus an ability modifier versus a difficulty check. This allows it to facilitate cinematic action. Character creation offers nearly unlimited flexibility to create any type of character. The system also has a sort of currency called hero points that allow you to reroll dice, edit scenes, and modify or boost powers at a pinch. They are earned by leaning into genre tropes like setbacks and complications, heroic behavior, good roleplay, jokes I think are funny, and even jokes I think are not funny. And joining me tonight is...
Hi everybody, my name's Brandon. I used to be here and then I went away, but now I'm here, but just for a little bit. Tonight I will be playing Bolt, a tender soul who loves long walks on the beach, smooth jazz, and has a deep passion for French cuisine. Also kicking bad guys in the testicles.
Specifically in the testicles.
Dude, this is a teenage boy. Yeah, specifically in the testicles.
Feels like what a teenage heel would go for more than a hero.
I don't know what your teenage years were like growing up with Jackass in movie theaters. It did not matter your political alignment. It did not matter your religious creed. It did not matter if you were playing a face, a heel, a tweener. It didn't matter if you were a Digimon or a Pokemon kid. Smacking each other in the balls was funny.
Well, let's maybe roll that energy into your character.
And the entire audience is like, yep, Brandon's here.
So, as I mentioned to Dan during last night's preview, this one is a little more paint by numbers, a little more choose your own adventure. But I'll be not surprised if Brandon finds a way to somehow go outside the bounds set by our friends at Green Ronin for this particular choose your own adventure.
I'm what you call a play tester.
You're testing my patience.
Well fucking played, good sir. I don't want you to give yourself a hero point because you're going to use that hero point to make my night a hell of a lot worse, but you deserve one.
Thank you. So, let's get started. You stand outside the door, Bolt, doing your best not to feel nervous. What's in there, you wonder, looking at the blank door? The other students call it the Doom Room, which doesn't exactly inspire confidence. Headmaster Summers says this is just a test. But a test of what? All you have to do is cross the room, he said, like it was the easiest thing in the world. Somehow suspect it won't be that simple, even with your powers. Then the light over the doorway goes from red to green, and it slides open with a faint hiss of compressed air. Fluorescent lights come on, and you step into the Doom Room. It's big, with high ceilings and sheer walls covered in smooth metal planks. The floor is much the same, making the room almost featureless, save for the one-way black window halfway up the far wall, and the doorway on the opposite side of it, the one you have to reach. As soon as you step inside, the door slides shut behind you. You turn to look, and suddenly the floor beneath you drops away. Brandon, I would like you to look at your character sheet and make a dodge resistance roll. Or a dodge resistance check, I should say. So you want to roll your d20 and add your dodge resistance.
There it is. So that'd be a +8.
Yeah, I think it's worth noting at this stage that to differentiate between 3E and 4E, dodge is now its own separate category, kind of like will resistance, whereas parry and dodge as differences depending on far or close attacks have been combined into one defense.
17, by the way, baby boy.
17. Let's see here. Trying to see what your... All right, your check was above 14, which is going to allow you to bypass Section 2 and go straight to Section 3.
Fuck Section 2. All my homies hate Section 2.
You reflexively leap to the side as the pit drops open beneath you, hitting the floor of the Doom Room and rolling to a crouch. Whew! The hatch closes over the yawning pit, and you wonder what other surprises the Doom Room has in store for you. You get your bearings, and you move towards the door on the other side of the room. Instantly, hidden panels slide open, and a weapons array sprouts up from the walls on either side. They erupt into a barrage of blaster fire. So now I'm going to roll an attack check for those blasters. And I got a 5, which I will add the +8 from the blasters for a total of 13. And I believe your defense rank, your defense +10 is a total of 19, correct?
Yup. Defend his dick, fed boy.
And there went any chance of this video being monetized.
Buddy, you should have known that when you invited me on the stream. If I was still monetizable, I'd still be putting out fucking YouTube videos. Come on now, bud.
I think it's worth mentioning, Alex. Thank you for joining us in the chat, Alex Thomas. He did say "fed boy," I believe.
Hey, however you want to read that. Pride Month's every month if you're gay enough.
You got me there. You got me there. That being said, the blasters miss and there's no effect on you. Which means, let's see here. If you are not incapacitated, you get to go to you get to skip section 5 and go to section 6.
Fuck section 5. All my homies hate section 5.
In a band running around the inside of the room, from floor to ceiling and wall to wall, a series of bright laser beams form a shifting grid, a wall of moving lasers between you and your goal. There's no way around them. The only way is straight through, if you can avoid them. Do you? What would you like to do?
Typically, lasers are my friends in this scenario, so this is bold new territory that I've never found myself in.
So maybe just take a quick moment to take a look over your character sheet and your abilities. And then tell me what you'd like to do.
Well,
and tell me Bolt's reaction to this information.
Well, that seems it's gonna be pretty sweet. Hang on now.
Also, Squire, I thought it was funny that you referenced a mustachioed Brandon. I was like, I don't think I've ever known Brandon to not have a mustache.
Yeah, no, it's just like actually fallen off the constitute as a mustache now.
I was like, maybe your lighting's a little better.
I've had the dirt stash since I was fucking 13. It's just finally constituted something that can be considered a mustache. So I've got
to mention, I'm wearing my Mutants and Masterminds 3rd edition shirt, which can be found on greenroninstore.com. And if you use our code MayhemCast, I think you get a discount.
I'm a billboard today. Buy our shit.
I was going to say, you can find our shirt for the United Nations Irregular Operations Network at mayhemcast.store.
And if you look at my character sheet, you can find this funny little ability called Electromagnetic Field. By surrounding my body with an electromagnetic field, Bolt gains a +4 to his toughness and takes a free action to turn on this force field and sustain action and also a free action each turn to maintain it. I'm thinking if I use that and just run through the fucking lasers, that should be fine, right? Just tank it?
You can certainly try.
Well, that's what I'm going to do.
As Alex once put to me, and I have to remember for all time, through dice, all things are possible.
Oh, well. In the words of Abraham Lincoln, yeah, can you pass the butter? I'm sure you said it once.
So, let me have you actually roll a dodge check for me.
Okay. Can I keep the roll that I just did?
If you'd like.
Then that's going to be an unnatural 20, baby boy.
Hell yeah. So you only had to beat a DC of 17, which means you get to skip section 7 and go to section 8.
Beat his dick, fat boy.
You are able.
Joke about section 8.
You are able to kind of dodge through the lasers. Like you're pretty nimble about it.
I was swift. I was nimble. I was like a hawk, some sort of laser hawk.
If only such a thing was real. But nobody in Freedom City has ever heard of such a thing.
They say that Freedom City is better for it. They say that the streets stink less of alcohol.
You get past the laser net. You're almost home free. The far side of the Doom Room and the doorway that is the goal of your test are just ahead. You just have to maintain your guard. Let's make a perception check. So using the perception skill.
Alright, so that is going to be a 12 on the dice plus. That's a plus 5. 17, I believe? 12 plus 5?
12 plus 5, yes, 17. And let me see here.
I can still count, boys.
You can. That means as you reach for the door, something catches your attention. The shadows, or lack thereof, falling on the far wall. It's an illusion. You step back a bit, on your guard, as a hulking robot steps through the hologram of the false wall as it fades, revealing the real wall just beyond it. It seems you have at least one more test to overcome to reach your goal. Do you? What do you want to try and do?
Oh, God. Robots ain't got balls. What am I supposed to kick? Fuck this yoga hoser. I'm gonna throw a lightning bolt at where his genitals would be and hope that that's where the power switch is. I'm a teenage boy. That's where I put the power switch.
All right, so it sounds like you want to fight the robot.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking kiss this robot.
Oh, hell
We're
yeah.
gonna
Well,
battle each other and we're gonna reach a mutual understanding, and then I'm gonna kiss it.
all
I'm
right,
gonna
well,
date this robot. You didn't plan for that, did you, writers of the adventure?
as with any situation where two beings want to kiss, it's time to roll initiative.
That's 15 on the dice plus. Where the fuck is okay? 26.
Nice. I got a total of 17 with my +0 initiative,
Yeah.
which means you get to go first. You want to throw some lightning at it? It sounded like.
At the genitals.
At the genitals, of course. The
Yeah, I gotta
robot's
turn the robot on if I'm gonna.
Well,
kiss
that's
her.
where they keep all the circuits. That's smart to do.
Yeah, there you go.
I also
This
love
is like
when
foreplay for their kind.
I love when Alex is in the chat and is involved in the thing that we're running, because we get amazing nuggets like this. As someone who helped write the adventure, I never discount kissing as an outcome.
I would especially hope not where I am involved, considering how I have stolen one of your characters for our universe for the explicit purpose of smooching.
Was it Bone Man?
No, it was Bone Man's partner, whose name I can never
okay.
remember, and I always feel bad about it.
Oh, I just had it. Oh well, it's gone.
No, I
Time to
stole
have the
Bone Man so I could drive you up a fucking wall.
True. Yeah, if you could roll your attack check.
Bet. Okay, so that's a +7.
That sounds correct.
24.
24. Well, that beats the defense class of 15 on the Doom Broom robot. So, what is for that attack? Does it list a what the DC of the toughness check would be?
It says it does a damage of 9
Does a damage
with
of
a
9.
+7 to hit.
Damage of 9. Okay. Well, with the new rules, another thing that differentiates 3E and 4E, it is now a +10 to determine that DC. So 9 ranks of damage plus 10 means a DC of 19. But one thing that's critically different is that now you have to actually succeed by 2 degrees, meaning 6 or more, in order not to take any hit at all.
So what you're telling me is I have a higher chance of wounding the genitals of this robot.
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to give you a +2 to that DC for targeting the
Hell
genitals,
yeah,
for targeting the genitals where all the circuits are kept.
1 for each robotic testicle. I'm assuming those are the batteries.
I should be clear to those listening at home. This is not included in the adventure. The +2 for genital targeting was my choice as a GM. Only on Masks and Mayhem. Toughness of 10 with a roll of 7 gives me a total of 17, and I said it was a +2, so that's a DC of 21, so 17, 18, 19, 20. So this robot is going to take a hit, which means a -1 penalty on further checks against damage, and is dazed, meaning it can only attack or move, not both. And let me just check one thing here to see if there's any special listings for the robot if it were to fail at all. To see if it's possibly what we may call perhaps a minion.
Good luck charging the iPhone tonight, you fuck.
Okay, no. The robot will be treated like a normal combatant. It means that it is going to take a hit in a daze. Now, I am going to go off script, though, in a way, and in order to shake off that daze, I'm going to give you an extra hero point. Meaning that the robot does get to move, and it clanks. I basically imagine like a big mech, almost like a small mech. You know, it's not
Sure.
skyscraper size. And yeah, it kind of gets some distance on you.
The same kind of thing that every teenager fights.
Obviously. And it's going to fire back on you. So with my blasters, I get a +5 attack bonus. So that is a 6 + 5. That's 11, which I am fairly certain does not meet your defense class.
What's that? My dodge +10?
So
my defense class here is a +9.
Correct. So it should say +9, possibly with a parentheses after that.
Nope, just +9.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay, my mistake. So yeah, your defense. That's what I was saying earlier. Is that you don't have dodge and parry anymore? You just have defense class.
Oh, okay.
The dodge that is listed there is now specifically for things like avoiding area effects.
Okay.
Which I think is a cool kind of. It makes your most common part of combat a little more generalized, and it makes your other resistances a little more specialized.
Sure.
That being said, he does miss. These shots just rain out as the robot's trying to fire at you. Do you continue trying to fight it, or are you going to try and get past it? Because remember, your job is to touch that door.
Oh yeah, fuck this square. I'm touching the door.
All right, I would like you to make an acrobatics check then to try to dodge its fire as you run past.
Oh, I should be able to do that. Alright, so I've got a +7 to it. I would like to use that hero point because I just rolled a fucking 1.
Oof. So, with a hero point, you can get a reroll, and one of the amazing things about Mutants and Masterminds is that if you roll an 11, if you roll if you roll 10 or less, you get to add 10 to the result. I mean, you can never on a reroll have a less than an 11.
So with that in mind, okay, so that's 13 + 7. That's an unnatural 20. I rolled a 13 for the record.
Unnatural 20. Between your extra speed given to you by your lightning abilities and your agile nature, you're able to dodge past this robot and make it to the door. In which case, wait, where did it go? Section 13. Headmaster Summers, his lined and hard face shows a tight-lipped smile and the slightest nod of approval as you come through the door. Congratulations, he says. You did well for your first time in the Doom Room. I'm sure as you practice, you'll do even better in the future. Welcome to the Claremont Academy. Feeling up to meeting your new classmates?
Yeah, Headmaster. Why don't you go ahead and show me the team?
And that, my friends, has been Bolt into the Doom Room, the Mutants and Masterminds matchup #1 by our friends at Green Ronin Publishing. I want to take a moment and just say, once again, if you are checking this out and you have not already, there is still some time for you to join in that crowdfunder on Kickstarter. They have currently reached $157,000 of their original $50,000 goal, but there are some amazing stretch goals still to be hit. We're so close now to hitting the next goal at 160,000, which is going to unlock 2 more 3rd edition adventures updated for 4th edition. And from there, it's only 20,000 more till we reach a really cool one, which is alternate archetypes. They are taking the power level 10 archetypes in the book, and they're already creating a supplement which will give you power level 8 versions of those same ones, and the next level will reach, that they reach at 180,000, will give power level 12 versions, which I think is amazing. I'm really hoping that if this this is not based on anything. This is just what I want. That if there were to be any more extensions of the Kickstarter, that there'd be a power level 6 one. But that's just me.
And remember, if you give Green Ronin $1 billion, then they will license out the rights to do the Shrek RPG. You're hearing it here first, folks. 1 billion. That's a billion with a B. Alex, you can't get upset with me because if you actually make the fucking goal, you're going to want to kiss me.
But then you will have to make the Shrek RPG, so you got to balance that out in your heart as you see fit.
Look, I can't speak for everyone, but as someone who likes designing stupid fucking games, that sounds like heaven to me. I want to create the Gingerbread Man race. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Amazing.
Fuck you. He said he's okay with it.
Oh, yep. We got tacit approval for the Shrek
you fucking
RPG.
scrub lord. I'm fucking ripped.
I swear to God, if this ends up on some RPG news site, I'll be so upset. Also, wow, perfect tagline to have on the back of the book. You may get sued by Smash Mouth, though. That's the hard part with that one.
I feel like if you do anything related to Shrek, you're legally obligated for the chapters to be different lyrics from All Star. And I feel like Smash Mouth are like legally obligated to let it slide on account of who the fuck would remember Smash Mouth were it not for the movie Shrek.
Yeah, you got me there. That all being said, I want to thank those in the chat who have joined us, anyone who's checking this out between now and when the Kickstarter ends. Brandon, where can folks find you around the internet? What do you do?
Sometimes I go to Kroger. And
Okay.
if we go to Kroger at the same time, then you can say hi to me. And I'll probably only be a little bit nervous that someone's talking to me in public.
You can also find plenty of Brandon on past episodes of Masks and Mayhem, as well as past streams on our on the Mayhem Cast channel. I have been your Game Master RC. Please also, along with that Kickstarter, if you're not familiar with us, please, subscribe, check us out, check out our past streams, the podcast, which has run for 3 seasons, 89 episodes. I am currently in the process of finishing up our next mini-series finally, and season 4 already has a couple episodes in the can, so keep an eye out. With that, I will say goodnight, heroes.
Good night, heroes.